He told me that here we have he told me why is a business hub. And there are so many people from all walks of life, including Francophone. By the way, we are more Francophone people who are doing business by Anglophones. This I saw this with my 2 eyes. In the hotel where I stayed, every black person I saw was speaking French. Now, I said, hey, the guy told me that we really in the business, we really need people who can speak what? French here because of the opportunity. And when I came, I sat down and I said, what can I do to make sure we take this opportunity to see whether we can have some working relationship? So that we may, if it goes through, send our young people formally, through probably our association, through the Ministry of Education, to get employment, to work in those businesses in Dubai. Dubai is now one of the fastest growing tourist destinations in the world. People who have gone there can testify this. There is nothing you need to see that is not in Dubai. Even animals like we have in Uganda. So there are so many companies, tourist companies that need people to guide tourists, to work at shops, to work in hotels, all that. And I saw an opportunity. Why don't we? I started writing something. I will share with you. Some kind of proposal which we can probably present to the Dubai government or Ministry of Trade and so on, to see that we may have our Ugandan youth being employed there. And once we manage, to get these other companies that take them to work as housemaids, 14 hours a day, standing, open doors and masters. They're doing on their land. What if we did something extra? And we take Ugandans to work in formal sectors in Dubai because of French. Don't you think that students will learn from everywhere, including other business people, to come for French lessons? That was something I thought about. And I sat down and writing something about reading the professors, to read the through and see whether there is something that we can do. Thank you so much. This is my
So we need to move on with had just moved and Madam Representative, you have the next presentation.
Excusez Madame la Présidente, sans pourtant vous importuner, ce n'est pas une question, mais c'est une proposition. Il y a des parents qui ont suivi avec intérêt votre intervention durant les journées de la francophonie. Je dis qu'il y a des parents qui ont suivi à la radio, à la télévision, avec intérêt vos interventions durant les journées de la francophonie. Il y a ceux qui sont approchés de moi et m'ont dit qu'il faudrait que la francophonie soit organisée au niveau du primaire. Que la francophonie soit célébrée au niveau du primaire. Je suis déjà avec l'idée, mais il y a un conseil ici qui est venu me dire qu'elle aussi, à son école, il y a le décret qui voudrait que la francophonie soit organisée au niveau du primaire. Il faut prendre en considération l'idée. Avec l'équipe de parents, il faudrait répondre à l'invitation.
And can you have
professeur de français à défendre
any issue? One thing I needed to say that as teachers of French,
some of us are the ones
contributing to the testing of French by children or learners of French. Let me give you just a simple statement that when I went where I am, actually I just even went and asked the listener what chapter to go. So I asked her and I wrote, but she was negative. So she said she first has to consult a director who's the already dried out French from this school because of the teacher of French. So when I did my investigations, the children confessed that he used to pinch them if he repeats a word 3-4 times and they are not getting it well. And it is forbidden to beat learners, no matter what. Because we are trained, we have learned psychology, until we are a child, or any other, even an adult. You manipulate them and you make them laugh. So let's, as Madam said, let's look into ourselves. Okay? Let's look into ourselves and they will pick the love from there. And I think most of my burning issues were already there. Don't take others in this thing when we are coming for the constitutional amendment. But look into yourself. Even when I look around, I'm good at judging people. Don't fear that she has judged me. But when I look around, some of us look arrogant. To be sincere, some of us look very arrogant. Just like the first sight, the child sees, and then the French comes with its pronunciation, and everything sounding complicated, and the teacher is looking at the project. So let's look into ourselves, and we also, it will work for our own good. Thank you very much.
Madam Trésorier, as we wait for Madam Trésorier to take on the floor. I hope the presentation is already being uploaded. All right.
Thank you very much for the presentation. I want to add something as an administrator. I've seen in attaching administrators how they fail French in schools. Members are ready to give him. Administrators cannot fail language because an administrator is there because the teacher and the child is there. But the CPS or the new curriculum, it has issues as far as subjects are concerned. They are over-concentrated, sometimes choice is made wrong. But an administrator cannot do a subject. Yeah, there are those ones who are there, but now the approach depends on what does the school want from the managers of the school. Some schools, like Catholics, of course, they don't accept that. But the Protestant will take another subject. But Catholics will say they want French or that is there. So, administrators, it depends on factors from policies from the government. Now, if the curriculum of the school is squeezed, of course, you will have no option, but you will give the teachers and the directors of studies to do that. But they are the ones, those people called directors of studies and other teachers are the ones who fight to see that the subject goes away. I think some of you are here, I'm talking as an administrator because it happens in school when it comes to registration. Directors of studies and some teachers will discourage these young ones because they know they are naive. They will discourage them. So that is one. Now, teachers teaching other subjects instead of you have been posted for French for you to teach what? Kiswahili or what? There is no person who can force a teacher to teach another subject. It is that teacher himself or herself who will go there. But now, members, let me also illustrate using this. You've seen, you are in the house, a reptile has come to attack. You are the parent, for you run away. Now who will help the children and the family to survive? It is you to face. If there are challenges in the subject, let us sit down, and now it is unfortunate that we don't consult. We see how we can fight. But now if you run away, you go and teach, ICT, because ICT they are paying high. You are losing the point. God has not destined you to do that. So that one, let us check ourselves. Now, our researcher, Madam Moto Angelo Donette, she's a very good researcher. Madam, some of these issues, let us have the book of them. We read even, put it online. Then we shall improve. You give these papers to us as administrators, we shall give these issue people. They also read and see. Because now if we don't research and then we publish, indeed the language will go. But if these things are researched and then they are there, some of us can even reach the news. We present the challenges which we are facing, where are people going. We shall handle from that level. Because someone, when you come that we go to the ministry, we know where to go. The commissioners, we are with them. We can say, no, this is happening. Now where are we going? So that if they see us on the ground, they will not do it. But we must have something which is confident, research. So that there are facts. But if I can see here, we are just emotional, we are saying teachers, there's no teacher who can include the subject. No, there are factors. Some teachers have issues which they have not told us, but they have them, they are the ones giving the order. So, me, I see that one as a blame game. Now, finally, there is this on publication. The ministry has, the East African governments have come in partnership. They promote these languages through essay writing. There is English, Kiswahili, and French essay writing. Maybe, Madam President, when we go and see our issue members, let us encourage teachers to promote this. Last year, in my school, when I went there, I found this thing has been ongoing. When I introduced it, when the ministry published the rights, then my students were coming and then they are still on sacrifice, trying this essay in what? In French. But I couldn't because their level will not match. So I encourage them to write in what? English. So it is one way, it is annual, and they mark it for Arusha. That is one way we shall show that if teachers are encouraging, especially in French, we shall be promoting our language. Now, he has come, I have a lot, but thank you. Tracy wants to give her report. Thank you very much.
Over to you, we are getting ready to end, and we still have another item on amendment of constitution. In case you have forgotten, so we should go after the resolution, we should sell to where to proceed.
Merci. I promise I always be there. First, clap yourselves, by the way. Is that how much you love yourselves? Even when you're hungry, let us clap in a better way. 5 factorial. Look at 1, 2, 3, start. Doctor, what about it? The way they are clapping, but it's okay. Next slide. Is it a slide? Another one? Machines are also hungry. I would like us to draw attention to this one here. These are 2 years. We started in 2022. And in those 2 years, we did do a lot of things. But we had a lot on ground. People say we didn't do a lot. For us, we say we did a lot. Proceed. The first slides, we will see that those are incomes we've been getting from people's subscriptions and schools, and the embassy gives us They call them donations and many other organizations. Not many, only 1/5. You can proceed.
Madam President,
Yes.
just one comment. One of the things of the Assemblée Générale, by the way, for professional meetings, they are weekly. Weekly meaning they are entirely reserved for the members.
Okay.
So it is not allowed to take photos because they will end up in the wrong hands. Merci. And those who have done so, please read them.
Yes. Thank you, Madam. Continue, Monsieur. That is 2025. You can go to another one. Wait, you are too fast. There. Is it possible to make it bigger? And we agree that these things happened. Did we see them happening? I would like to thank Mr. Banco Julius. Let's grab him. In a special way, we also grab Mr. Kakai Shan. Those two are running our website, and those of us who get time to check, we see activities that we do being posted there. A few reports that are made are also uploaded, and let us read and find out what we are doing as an association. They are also running our social media handles, and I believe they are doing their best. You can always advise them, and that's all. The other one we are proud of, we should say, is the media coverage to the level that we can be recognized everywhere. There is number 14, and that's being big, corporate social responsibility. Our envelope in that area is still small, but we try on events, especially, I'll give an example of when we lose a deal and there is some money. President usually says, put something, however small it may be. I'd like to thank those in absentia that I met at the burial of Mr. Chisitoleo. I was there, and people turned up from our association. Thank you so much. What else? Sheep. I think we'll save these activities. You can go to the next one, sir. You will see that our activities are recurring. We must communicate. We must have francophonie, mock administration activities, and then, of course, receipt books. By the way, I request that you go with your receipts. They are there. And then every year we subscribe to FIPF, FIPF. And that's why we are able to access those activities. There's no way you can join them when you're not a subscribed member association. So even on the little they give us, like we claim it is little, we deduct and subscribe so that we are able to access those activities. The other one, the Constitution, we have to register it. That is after making those amendments, we have to look for that law firm and we register afresh with URSP. We don't know whether that money will be enough. We assume we have already spent it, but it is there. We have to do it immediately after this AGM. Maybe you can proceed. Wait, there's rent. I'd like us to grab the former committee. It bought us furniture. We keep it. Yes. We have furniture, we have a table, we have, we call it what? A cupboard. And then chairs, yes, they are there, office furniture. They bought it. I remember Madame Mary Rose used to keep it. I received it from her. And we got a room, and that's why we keep that furniture. We also keep the equipment you see that we use. All these things you see. The music the public address, whatever, extension wires, name of them, projectors. Mind you, every region has a projector. Now, yes, if I am sure every region has a projector. I want them to stand and deny me. Where are they? Tell us, you are the regional representatives. I'm here. But every region has a projector set.
Not region as the appointments, but the region that fix the law, the Kitovu. Yes, the law, they know we're doing it, not regions.
Okay. And then, anything else? Not really. You can proceed. There we are. How much did we earn? Someone said, Mulia centers are perform. And this person is with us. Get a calculator. Each one of you kindly get a calculator. Please help me. We calculate. You calculate Annex 2. 156,650 euros. Put it there. I do. Multiplied by a simple rate. How much is 1 euro today? 380. It's true. Yesterday, but one was at 378. Please multiply by 38, like Madame is saying. Are you through? Yes? Are you through? Equals what? Divide by 2. 2 years. That one is supposed to work in 2 years. Are you done? We are calculating investment. That is shillings. Now, after, how many teachers do we have in this country of French? Use that platform. 190, the ones who qualify. But not only those that qualify after subscribing are enjoying the services. Everybody is. How many teachers do we have? Let's use 300. Divide by 300. How much do you get? No. Guys, we've moved from somewhere. Is it better? And God will Divide by 12 months. So I can see how much each teacher would get monthly if we were to divide it amongst ourselves. Kiri kitya? Mitwalo munana. Clap ourselves. Why clap? Because I've been meant to eat from you guys. By the way, I thank you for the moments they make us work hard. You look for the money you still eat. Proceed. Achievements, challenges, and way forward. What is our achievement number one? We believe that close to 200 teachers have subscribed to our association. That is an achievement. Thank you, dear colleagues. In the 4 years, at least we've been pushing slowly. We are almost there. We also managed to open a euro and a US dollar bank account using the one that was already existing. They just added for us so that when this money is coming, the rates are not, is it? They tampered with them. Then the other one we feel is an achievement. Oh, that one was supposed to be annual. Subscription to FIPF has been maintained. That's why many young people were sponsored during our year because we were a member association to feed. So when that opportunity came for those countries in West Africa, Uganda was also qualified. We clap ourselves. Especially young people, so they will be able to help. You are refusing. You enjoy it. Thank you. Ability to sustain communication throughout the year. I'm one of those people who say that I'm always online. Sometimes I'm given 5K by a doctor. That 5K must buy data for a month. Sometimes 5K a month. But being a member of APF, I also put in my own data to see that people are informed on what is taking place. What are the challenges? Some members are reluctant to pay subscription, and they say, I will quote, I think that statement should come from us. Madam, should it come from us? Now, that's asking, I'm not saying she's the one who says that. And what does it mean in English? And the game is there. Mr. Christian, and the game is there. Enormous games. Basically. Clap yourselves. Due to limited funding, of course, we don't usually have many physical meetings, so we end up doing online meetings. But clap this team. Whenever they are going for the meeting, they turn up. Then there is a team that pushes us even to work faster and harder. And that is the team of regional representatives. Let's clap them. Some colleagues do not respect the deadlines. Someone paid cotisation of 2025 in 2026, and they wanted me to put them on the list. I refused. We are now enemies, I'm telling you. For cotisation, 2025. But someone was paid in January of 2026, and they said, I want to vote, they have put me there. I mean, it's challenging, ladies and gentlemen. And then we have this other point, competing professional priorities among committee members. We've been here for a week. A few people who may know the kind of schedule I have will be like, Fiona, what are you doing in Masaka? From Monday, my phone has been off for some hours. Why? I don't want to talk to people at work. Why? I must serve a pay phone. Because I'm the treasurer, right? Now, assuming I go back and I have no job, who will employ me here? But are you sure? So what is the way forward? We need massive subscription payments to sustainably fund a pay for activities. I'm imagining if we didn't have this project that is running for 2 years, where we would be. I don't know. We need to encourage ourselves to move away from the how do I benefit attitude and embrace voluntary service. Personally, I'm a member of Red Cross since high school. In Red Cross, we do entirely voluntary service. You do not tell anyone that pay me. Who will pay you? Nobody. But you must serve the community. Now, we have more friends, dear young people. I would like you to copy from us the upcoming Vieux Professor and Levier. Copy from us only the good traits. The how do I benefit becomes personal sometimes. And you may end up after benefiting nothing. Personal have benefited from a before, not in monetary terms. If it comes to monetary terms, I think I've also invested in a before. Then again, I can tell you. Yeah. For you, how have you invested in a before? I've invested my time. My money to doctor. Sometimes to buy data. To say that I tell you cortisol, very early in the morning, and others. Collective effort to identify and approach sponsors. Some of you are on the sponsorship committees in your schools, but you cannot even come closer to doctor and say, Doctor, you see, for me, my sister works in the back of Uganda. And they are saying this year there are projects like this and like this. And I believe we can tap into that blessing. How many of us can go back? How many of us? Yeah, I can. Listen, you want to come? Connection. You don't have a connection. How many of you can say, through my connections, I people can pay me? 1, 2, 3. Yeah? Mr. Barak, you souls. Hey, what do you Calvert your hand. Dixon, you are with me. I thought, through my connections, you have connections. In your village, you have connections. You put up your hand. You see. Now imagine if all of us did that, where would we be? I don't know. Madam will say, the vehicle is here, we are going to solve. But that man's challenge will be handled. How? We have Congo, Queen's Congo, at the Gaza High School 2026. You are all welcome. Yes, it's going to win a Prado. What you have? Clap to that. You see, you are not even clapping. You don't believe it is possible. Lastly, we need to strengthen the partnerships to support activities. The ones we already have, for us, we are strengthening them on our behalf. So that even in the future they sponsor us. What about you? Are you subscribing? Each member that subscribes to a P4 we go to the next slide, and I conclude. I've said all of those already. I've thanked you, I've encouraged you. I've thanked the sponsors as well. We are not clapping. They are here. Some of them are here. Okay. For this specific AGM, first clap in Nigeria. I'm glad I clap. You see those guys checking our eyes? Those people. They gave us something. You are not clapping. That's the challenge. You are not even happy for ourselves to come. Continue. Next. Activities done. You've seen all of this. People have talked about them. Kaoyishi, Kalufu, where Doctor was clear, she said, we call finance, okay? There are those items that the project supports, and then there are those that the student must support. That's why we pay the fee for the camp. Visibility we've done. Go to the next one. Number 7, production of audiovisual materials, audios and videos. I think this you've seen them. Let's start the team. On the video, the books on sale. Someone may wonder, but you guys have the No. The selling of the book, actually, was supposed to just write it and put it there, and don't put it out. But in our heads, what if we produce it and the members of our P4 support to go and use in their schools? That's how it came about. But we were supposed to stop at just producing it and we hand it over to the embassy. And then, at the end of the 2 years, we are going to do some production of a documentary, which we shall all share online. Presentation fee. We are going to give transport refund to each one of us. Now see, we don't even purchase of equipment to use during activities. These ones I've already mentioned. You can proceed. Do you know we got t-shirts? If you buy them, when you go for those who go, they come back with the t-shirts, cakes, what else? The mouchoir, hankies, the things can be there. Even when you are here. Even in cascade. Even one, I saw people giving out to speakers. Do you think they are for free? We go to them. You see? Continue. Continue. All those people are part of that fund. By the way, doctor, we would like to thank you in this situation. So in the name as you clap, this kind of can be a person. This lady sat down at the road. She shared the information we went through. I remember telling her, there's some here where I can understand. Where I can't understand, doctor, these people started. This one, I don't know what I can say. We clap. When you want such people with you, now you're wondering, we have another one. She's in you. Well, she's always quiet, but hey, you don't know what she does. She's me. That's how you know for this one. I'm going to go. Then, after tea, during our Kawani conference, Sheraton Hotel gave us a cake. We clapped, we ate cake. Those who refused to come, we went to half. Proceed. Members, there is that poor company. That people behind the profit. They took our money. Those was not clap for them. But they made our day colorful and our week colorful. Plus another group, is it Kuro something? Pure Kuro. Those guys, local sponsors, sometimes they don't give us the money. People worked and took off. We went on the tents already. They went at night. And those are our fellow Ugandans. So when you're bringing us sponsors, bring those who sponsor. There are those who are buying. Next. Future plans, you can see. We are going to continue project work. Those of you who are good at project work, please join the team. Let's work and serve our people. And then we wish to buy and pay for a home. The things are increasing. Recently, when the Karo would not even get where people serve and pass, it is nice to go and does this. And then he goes where he's going and brings the things. I'm telling you, it is a tug of war. It is our mission to have a home. So I'd like us to stand, if you don't mind, immediately. After England, you guys say it like we can finish the evening tea. After England, merci beaucoup. So we are going to have a working team as Baraka takes us through the constitution. So you can pick your team and
The elections first.
sorry.
The working team, usually run the cafe, yeah. But we can go not all at once, one by one. Those are questions we made, but Calvin wanted to ask first. Calvin wanted to ask first.
For us to have a good community, it would be better for our leaders to first pick and then they come and see, because they are the ones leading us. Then we will go slowly by slowly, pick and come back. That's how we will be. Dear members, I don't know whether you are here and not over there.
Okay, thank you very much. Since our group has gone, for us we shall wait and they will pray for us. Meanwhile, those of us who are here, let's wait for those that are outside to come back. Dear colleagues, we do not have much time. We want to proceed. I'm summarizing one to appreciate the treasurer for her report. Madam President has given me the opportunity to speak. Number two, I want to thank you for being supportive of the association. And I want us to recognize the fact that the money that comes from members is really little money. It cannot do much, but it is better than nothing. I want to react on the issue of the property of Bay 4 and our future prospects. We want to thank the outgoing regime that was led by Monsignor Hili Silvani and the previous treasurer. They did a wonderful job of purchasing items. And equally, this region has purchased very many gadgets. The question is, where do you think these gadgets are kept? I love being open. These gadgets are kept in people's places. If our hearts stand one day, we just wake up and the gadgets will disappear, which wouldn't be good. Now, this evening, I will be continuing with this submission, but I wanted to start now. We got the chance to go to Lira, that is Northern Uganda, and I shared this idea, and it was welcomed. We went to Kamokoli, that is Eastern Uganda. We shared the same idea, and it was warmly, actually, I think the best areas in the Ambari region, they were very eager about the idea. Last month, we visited Bushini, the Western region, and we saw the same idea. And today, allow me to share this idea with you. And I also request that tonight, as we are having a bite, to relax a bit after sitting for long hours, from the 8 p.m., we begin operating, functioning. So what is the idea that we are sharing? The idea that we are sharing comes from our last bullet, our future prospects for April 4. And the last one says, our 4 dreams of having a home. Dear colleagues, we have done research around Kampala up to Mugono. Not in a very near town, but at least within those towns. And we have been informed that it is possible to acquire an acre of land in a distance that is not very far, at around 40 million. And when we sat down, we really thought that it is possible with this association, it is possible to raise 40 million. So this year, we are beginning a drive, and we are starting it tonight. Afro has already gone ahead of us. We have approached other stakeholders, lovers of French. We wait for Jif, the people who were there saw Akano, Wazir Akano, that dashed out $1 million shillings to people who came singing. And we have such people. They are just waiting for us to be here. We have people who are willing to support us with $1 million shillings. We have people who are willing to support us with 500,000. But they are not teachers of French. The question is, for you, they are helping you. Can't you help yourself? So we are developing a drive that is starting tonight, and Madame Fiona is going to create a new list. There will be Cotizo, and there will be La Maison. And this is our proposal. We are proposing that if at minimum every teacher can contribute 50,000, I say the minimum, we can realize a home. And the question is, how many of you really cannot raise 50,000? And when we say minimum, In our hearts, we are aware that there are people who think faster, who know that 50,000 cannot raise 40 million. You are free to raise as a person 1 million. You are free to raise as a person 500,000, but the minimum should be 50,000. And you want to have a time limit. And say, in the first half of the year, 4 months from now, save 10,000 every month. In the first half of the year, by the end of April, we should have collected the money, and our approach should be moving on to acquire that and then look at the next thing, which will be the construction. So that was my reaction, and I don't know whether it will be out, but I'll be continuing from there this evening and then to submit. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Calvin. I know we are eating, but let's clap. And so is the idea okay? Yes, yes, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Calvin, is it allowed to give twice 50?
It is allowed even to give 1 million. And we want to put in a record that whoever gives, we are going to produce a permanent document in the books of our phone that will be in the office. That after 20 years, we shall remind you as a bragging that you only contributed. Document everything. Please make sure your name appears somewhere as you progress. Fiona, there is a hand there. Merci. And those of us who are free, please speak the language as we continue the working team.
I am hoping that we can move the idea, we have adopted it, right? Okay. This is another suggestion. Amongst the many things that have come up is the fact that we have challenges facilitating the things that we would like to do, to promote, to motivate learners, to promote our language, and to protect our gains as a French fraternity. My suggestion is that we increase our cotisation from 20,000. I'm suggesting 50,000, if it's okay. If not, they can suggest otherwise. But the point is, I suggest that we increase our cotisation if we are going to move forward and be able to realize the things that we want to do. So,
Merci. Thank you very much. I think those are ideas that we are going to discuss around a table this evening, but please take note of them. Yes, sir. Come speak first.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, remember, as teachers, I have one or two questions first before I present my concern. Who remembers how much money AFO collected in 2025? By show of hands, you remember how much money AFO collected in the year 2025?
From what is
and everything.
From which source?
Okay. Who else remembers how much money was used to buy the t-shirts? These white t-shirts we're using right now. Nobody remembers that. Okay? Now, what I'm saying is this. The report the treasurer has just read for us is a report, and I think the problem was the wording.
a treasurer reads accountability. Because a report that secretary had read it, we all had read it. So the treasurer was supposed to tell us, we bought these t-shirts at this much money. We contributed this much money, we got this sponsor gave us this money, and this is how we spent it. That is what we only waited from the treasurer. And I'm a little disappointed. Pardon? I am a little disappointed because she actually looked like she's doing us a service, but she also looked like she's helping us to be our treasurer because she contributes so much. Government, we know that she's a treasurer. And I also want to ask if she still wants to serve us as the treasurer before we go for the voting. Because I don't know if you all saw what was happening. I needed to be sure if the thank you.
Thank you. There is a hand there. We are taking note of those issues. There is a hand there at the back. There is a hand at the back.
Merci beaucoup. Je voudrais infiniment remercier la trésorière. Just, I want to thank her so much for the work that she has been doing for the last 4 years. My friend, my colleagues here in the house, it's not easy to keep money that is not yours. Madame la trésorière, moi personnellement, je suis reconnaissant. Because I also go through the same experience somewhere. I'm a patient in our church. Last year, we got what called bath and staff. Those of you who are Catholics, you know what I mean. So I got it bath once 10 million, close 10 million. And I kept that money for 4 months. But I was on pressure. I had challenges, financial challenges. I not use that money. I had three problems that I could not use that money. So, in a brief manner, let us implement her. We know not perfect, no one is perfect. And if it is one of us, I don't think we can take up that big responsibility. Except the secret person is scholarship, but she manages to handle that money from us very well. Please, Madame la Présidente, thank you very much for the work that you are doing. And I think you deserve 7 times.
Thank you very much, Mr. Masaka. The headmaster is coming back again. These students in class are not encouraged.
Thank you very much, my colleagues, for your contribution is Karuba, with the idea which came out somewhere. Now, I would like to echo one thing. Let us embrace what optimism. If we go pessimism, we shall not achieve what we want. I am one of those old teachers, but I know how we have suffered with Madame la President. We could move from school to school. This year they invite you to go here. This year they call you here. We have almost moved the whole of Kampala without a home. Now I'm questioning my colleagues who are in this house. We really need a shelter for ourselves. A family which has no home, it just wanders, and that one is no family. Now, when we become so critical because of time, pressure was not able to go in detail, but it is 20 years, this will 20 years. And for me who has been in this for long, there is no one who has been in this handle. Sometimes Even some of our colleagues were arrested and incarcerated. But which even I will not say, by that there was not internet, so we could not even see how money was spent. But now money is spent. So I'm requesting my colleagues that if you have details, you can go to her. But the money is there. It has been spent. Some of it we are enjoying it here. That's what we are doing. So, members, for me, I would like to say that let us have, if you could support me, we contribute and we have a home. So that in the future, we shall be remembered for this. That this regime, so they want to came up with the idea of having a home for the up four. That is when God will bless even our offspring in the future. But if we just get the money and we go, we say this, no. So that is my request. And the issue of contributions should not be attached to constructing. Contributions should remain because that's when we become members. But contributing towards buying piece of land or construction should be different. For now, very positive. May all of you think like that.
Thank you very much, Monsieur Mamanga. Tonight, I'll be asking Mamanga to be the first to tell us how much he give us. Their hands there. Hey, my day is called. There is a professor. There is a professor before you go. Madam Fiona.
Ladies and gentlemen, kindly listen. Hello? Kindly listen. I'm happy that you are reacting towards this report.
I suggest let everyone reaction as once. So I did the last 3 people. I did prayer, prayer and prophet, and then I followed.
Okay.
Knowing that we have the constitution and we want to finish more or less by
Yes.
Okay. Me, I'm reacting to the proposal by Calvin. Thank you for that proposal for getting a home. But you say when we contribute, you will put our names in the book. And let me give you an example of where I teach. I wouldn't say my school, but where I teach. When the people used to look for money to improve the administration block, which is we are not contributing, people are not bringing money. But you know what made people bring money? They said now whoever contributes 1 million plus, we are going to put your name on the wall. If you visit Gayaza High School, you see a wall with so many names, which every name you see there is a million. Then there was also another special wall of 1 million plus. That's why you will find the minister's names, what. So let our names not keep in the book. Let us think of putting those names on the wall. People will give you money to put their names there. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I would like to appreciate the outgoing cabinet for the great work done. I know it's not easy. I was part of the team along the way because of some challenges I dropped off. And I thank the one who requested me that she has really managed to take the region of my submission is from what I think is concerned, it is stemming from there. I think there is something that we are lacking that we must do because all of us know what it means when it comes to money. Accountability is something that is very important. It's not very good to start explaining And like we want people to trust you without clear accountability. We don't need to say that the money is mishandled. But then when it comes to accountability, things must flow clearly. Therefore, my suggestion is that we make accountability annually, and then it is posted clearly, and that is going to motivate people to pay us for salvation they had, and then have to revisit and go back to what happened. So clear updates of accountability is what we are looking at for. And if we are targeting something very big, it is a goal. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you very much, Priya, for being elaborate. And Mr. Shah, and finally, Professor.
Thank you very much, Sir. Okay, I've been trying to buy time so that everybody's on this point. Share the information. Sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, flow of information is a problem for all of us. We have an association because we're supposed to learn from one another. Each of us has different talents, which means we're supposed to learn from one another because we are all sensed with WhatsApp, which is good. But WhatsApp has its drawbacks. Yes, you share information instantaneously, but you don't retain it. Nor do you have an opportunity to comment on something. By the time you go there, it's already printed or your phone is filled up. I get my point. Now, I'm encouraging each of us to subscribe onto the website so that such exclusive information like that I was putting in that I'm not supposed to share. It should be for members only. You log in and get such information. Just fine. Okay, then you have the opportunity to make comments, which comments can be referred to for betterment. The comments are constructive. Of course, some of us are very good. We can comment and add yourself, but it can be contained behind the curtains without the world seeing what's happening in our house. Ladies and gentlemen. I think that's clear. Then also, another thing I want to put across is the list of fame. I've seen it in many institutions and organizations. You contribute something big, you want to celebrate and see what's done what. Then you get a list of fame, and you don't really plant small plants, and you integrate things so that your great children know that my dad and mom contributed to this cause. Now, I want to end here when I'm waiting, I have other ideas that will come in later. In the interest of time, I want to stop here. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And finally, I have Professor.
Mesdames et Messieurs, allow me to thank the Treasurer very much for her presentation. Thank you. I've put this very good. What I want to say is on your behalf, there's a category of finances you presented where you showed sponsors. That sponsorship for the 2024 Kaoi conference was thoroughly accounted for by her and myself to embassy and to Ministry of Foreign Affairs France. It's actually not upfront document. It's for those guys. And then from us, it's went to them, those who audited. I think what she was only showing to you here is that these are the guys who supported us. In Kaoi, we had 79 companies, also local and international. International export is stars. Always give us books in kind. We cannot break that here. So you cannot ask them how much we get from there. Then the other is FEF. FEF is a project. So running project is ending when? When is this ending? And it's the one that is giving us these bags, the t-shirts. I think so. All these projections, the owners, the funders of that money are waiting for their accountability before
What Africa can tell you is that through the project, we were able to organize trainings, we were able to organize Kitovu. So once Africa has concluded the project and accountability is done, and the workers have approached the said to be obvious. So for these two aspects, I'm not even asking Fiona to give me the details of the finances. Where will she get them? Where will she? Okay, so that one goes to already. This one is not going, it will come out by the end of the project. The funders will see how much was spent. The how did this pay? Moves never popped and closed to see how much money was spent. The auditors audited their things and detected that. So please ask for the t-shirts, these gifts, they will come, you get to see the overall accountability. And please spare here for the sponsors, because that was something for the conference, so you don't have to know it yourselves. The owners are really clear and clearness. By the time you are clear, you need to done your best. Have I spoken? Yes. The even saying Africa will host a bigger conference after 2029. We are going to be alive. After 2029, you come for 4 years, you can host because you did a great job. You get it? So I think those few words that they made us trust this association. And also, what I like about you, Fiona, is whoever has contributed. If you follow all WhatsApp like I do every minute, you will see so and so has paid this, so and so has paid this. You should be able to actually count for yourself and see how much money was contributed. I like that openness. I thought I should mention this. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Prof, for the clarification, because that's what I was going to clarify. That as we saw, what you made was in a presentation, because the accountability is excellent format, just like Ake was saying, and she did on the PowerPoint. How we present really excellent on the PowerPoint. And we are so using the fancy. And it has been clear that the sponsors and whatever, they were all either Congress annually. This already said that Congress, these were 350 participants. Actually, over. Simon, you were there. You saw at the back of the participants. So, those sponsors, we are trying to be transparent because the money fell on 4 accounts. And they are not waiting for the accountability now. They already submitted. Fair, like we said, it is anything. And the project, dear members, when you write a project, you attach a budget. They cannot just close their eyes and give you the money. And I should have been there seeing this meeting, video conference, to defend Kitovu when I was being asked about sustainability. How am I going to feed if you're targeting 300 participants for a week? How am I going to feed them? That was their only concern. And that's how food payment comes in. To a big extent goes into feeding, very well. Lunch, breakfast, lunch, up to the end for all that. And the first council, Central, we did more details. These were 462 learners, without counting teachers, facilitators, and materials and matrix for 7 days. So those are some of the things, but I know she has a full report. I'm not protecting her, but that is it. List of fame, this is really quite interesting. I'm sure if we go land and build a form, we people we are homeless. We are what? Homeless. And Prof. in her speech, she said in Madam, I never see. At North, at the embassy. We lost it during because of irregular going to the embassy, security, COVID, terrorism. That's why when we go to the embassy today, we just have to go back again and always keep us if we don't have any community department. So we lost the office space like that. We go with our blended papers because it is the embassy that gathered us and the address has been there. But recently, they asked us,
especially when they are giving us funding, even to them, they are auditors. You cannot give an association which has your sole money, even then. So that is also one of the issues that we had in the constitution. Meaning, as an association, we are supposed to be having our own address and PO embassy, because when the federal government is giving constitution, and those are some of the things you have to review and clarify, because the constitution, when you say that the agent is only going to happen at the end of the 4 years, and that's you're going to give all those details. Those are some of the things. The constitution is not about the demand, it's about all those things, so that things are streamlined and are clear. So that's what I want to clarify. Yes.
Thank you, Doctor. Maybe what you need to clarify is I would like to request my colleague, a member of the board, to have faith that everything here is the true picture of that report. Two, I did not say, just to clarify, I did not say that I'm helping you anywhere. And when it comes to leadership, there are things we leave out. For example, attacking a colleague. I feel it is personal. I will be advised for someone to just because if you feel you need clarity on finances, I'm here. You were the one moving the slides. You had the freedom to take what? A photo. Please come and I clarify to you. Colleagues, man, I can take another man, I can say no. It's a personal choice. But I would like to thank Mr. Sekana for this, and they will make me work hard. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That to say, I hope you're not defending yourself. And I also very much not defending myself, but you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you, teachers. I do not intend to defend myself. I actually need to say what I was saying is what I still mean. I do not need to ask the accountability for a project that is incomplete. And I do not ask for accountability for sponsors that are not supposed to be disclosed to us. Well, that is not our business. I mean to say that if you are giving a financial report, you say, this is what our cotizer shows, this is what we collected maybe from those who supported us, and by the end of the year we have spent this, and this is what we have as our balance. Just that. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think his proposal is very clear, and I believe it brings it in good faith. Your questions and queries will be answered accordingly. The Constitution. Thank you. Dear colleagues, I know when it comes to money, the floor becomes a vote, and I'm happy. Okay, dear colleagues, I want us to move in the right order of events. In the right order of events, I want to apologize first of all that I'm not on microphone with the chairperson, but she's taking tea. In the right order of events, we are supposed to approve the reports. If there is anything that is missing, we put it there and approve it as a working document for the annual general meeting. So I want us to begin with the Secretary's report. Is there anybody who moves the motion that you approve it? We have a second. If not, if you don't, what are the reasons? We put them there and approve them. Can you begin with the Secretary's report? Anybody moving the motion? There is a hand at the back. There is a hand at the back. Who is the man?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Committee. I'd like to appreciate the Secretary General of APSA for the job well done and move a motion that we adopt the report.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boniface. Anybody seconding? We want to have it on record. Give them, they give us the. We have not had you. Please turn it up and turn it on.
I second him.
Names, the names. Let me mention the names. We take it in record. Turn the microphone so that she tells us the names for record purposes.
I second him. Me now coming to stand.
Thank you very much. I think we close the chapter on the Secretary report. Now I move the House to the Treasurer's report. Can we adopt it for corrections? Can we adopt it as a report for work? Anybody moving the motion? And if not, you give us a reason and later on move the motion. Anybody moving the motion for adoption of the report? There is a hand there. There is a hand at the back. You please mention your names as well.
Very shallow. Depending on what I saw, that was a presentation. It was supposed to be the financial report format. Not so. Yes, so I think it should be made along those lines equally to the report of the Secretary General. So basically, the presentation, therefore, we need to get in the right direction in the report. Thank you very much.
But in the event that it's in a report format, it is a working document. Okay. There is a do you also have an issue, please?
Thank you. I just wanted, if there are no amendments, just want to move a motion to adopt that financial report and a true working document for work for.
You shall say with amendments.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Adoption with amendments. Thank you very much. Names.
Assent by Musoke John.
Thank you very much. Now back to the chairperson.
Mesdames et messieurs, on a parlé trop d'anglais. On revient à notre chère langue de travail au sein de la foi. Il est clair, il est, je pense, bientôt 19h35, alors que le dîner doit commencer à 19h30. Et maintenant, nous avons encore la Constitution à modifier, pas modifier, mais qui doit être discutée. Je pense que vous avez des copies. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Est-ce qu'on continue? Est-ce qu'on s'arrête ici et comme ça, on revient maintenant à la Constitution? La force d'une association démocratique et sous gestion. Boniface. Frédéric Boniface. again le microphone. S'il vous plaît, chers amis, soyez, comment dire, parlez franchement avec un esprit ouvert. Otherwise, if you keep quiet when you go to parliament, they will say, he spent 5 years in parliament without saying a word. Okay? Allez.
Merci Madame la Présidente. Et j'imagine qu'en tant que comité, vous avez déjà des propositions spécifiques à modifier, des articles à modifier. Donc, si vous en avez, moi, je propose que vous présentiez ces articles spécifiques à modifier. Donc, on peut valider ou proposer des modifications. Comme ça, ça sera vite fait. Merci.
Oui, a different view ou support? You support? Oui, janvier. Et Bernard aussi?
Yes, I was having something similar to that, but mine was not that we work on the constitution today. I was proposing a committee of two, the regions and a three of 4 members. So you can pick randomly. They go through the politicians and they pick only articles we want us to amend and they formulate properly. But tomorrow when we come to just yes or no. Otherwise, in this group, if we are going through everything, we are going to waste a lot of time.
Comme a dit le Dr. Boniface, les propositions sont déjà là. Et comme ça, in case there are things which are not there which we feel that should be added, then those are what we can bring up. Si vous acceptez, c'est l'autre. Qu'est-ce qu'on accepte d'ailleurs? What is our views? But the one of the suggestions, they're already there. I added the premier vice-president will make a presentation. Try to see what you are suggesting, but in case you feel there are some other things which you feel are not mentioned, then we add them.
Comme on l'a dit, la charité bien commence par transformer. Je soutiens l'idée de l'autre monsieur. Nous avons des copies, on va mettre un peu d'écran. Nous avons de toi. On peut faire.
Ça, on a déjà fait. Les propositions sont déjà là.
Oui.
Qui attend?
Nous sommes déjà épuisés. Il faut qu'on se repose. On va demain matin, on commence par demander la Constitution. Oui, vous avez vos programmes. Merci.
Okay. Can we vote on that? Okay, shall then we vote?
Devant le conseil, il suppose qu'il était bon, mais il fallait mieux utiliser les outils comme Google Document pour la collaboration. Nous avons collecté physically. There are things you can gather all the ideas of the Google Tools, Google Document, and do the right collaboration.
Je suis sûr that if we say let's bring our comments by Google, I can assure you 99% no one is going to respond, maybe Balu.
Madame la Présidente, we are very resilient people. The other day we stayed up at 4 a.m. We had fun. Can we just be resilient and clear? And I'm actually looking at collective responsibility. Why should we leave it to people? And then later we said it was a decision of people. All of you should bear witness of this. It tells me there are only about 5 items you want to check. So you walk us to the very fast. I will give our opinion. Then they will come back to you as an Assemblée Générale of the United Especially. I think it's just today. We just stretched a bit when we went to tea and so forth. You know, I've learned to be very patient. I've learned to attend meetings in my area. From 8 a.m. up to 6 p.m. You sit there. So yes. And I need my job also in those meetings. So it should be a responsibility I can't neglect. This collective is a one-off thing that come back after 4 years. So whoever is presenting, please walk us through it very fast.
cadre. Par contre, je propose que tu donnes les activités de société vie au parfait. Et puis par après, mon premier vice-président va aller directement, les points sont déjà soulignés clairement, pour proposer, et juste pour vous rappeler que la Constitution est en anglais. La Constitution is in English because after you want to approve, we take it to URSP, Uganda Distribution Services Bureau, for that changes. If you don't now, you don't need now, then you wait the next 4 years, 2030. Yes. Give us an activity. Morena, give us an activity to dance.
Un tour complet de la tête, ne fermez pas les yeux, vous pouvez faire cette magie. Ne fermez pas les yeux. Et pas derrière vous seulement.
Merci, applaudissez pour lui. Très bien. Merci. Merci. Thank you so much. Mesdames et messieurs, sans perdre de temps, on peut recommencer. Allez. Je te plimerai la tête, je te plimerai la tête, et la tête, alouette, alouette, et la tête, alouette, 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 je t'épimerai la bouche, et la bouche, et les nez, et les yeux, et la tête, alouette, Merci beaucoup, merci beaucoup. It's time for us now to look at our constitution, dear friends, dear colleagues. I appreciate all the previous speakers here for the good work that they have done. Thank you so much, Madam the President. Thank you so much, our guest of honor. Thank you so much, colleagues, for the training that we have been going through of the week. And now it's time for us to look at our constitution. First of all, we know that the constitution is the holy book. So it's the document that is guiding us. It's like the Bible or the Quran. So we have to really be very careful as we are amending it. When you look at this, the constitution has been shared there on the platform. We have got a soft copy and we have copies here. So I believe we have gone through it and we have looked at some particular areas that we can touch. Without wasting time, I will request our dear colleague to open for us the first document, that is African Constitution Proposed Amendments. Proposed amendments for the Association of Teachers of French in Uganda Constitution as revised in 2014. This is the document that we are speaking of, which was revised in 2014, proposed during a virtual extraordinary meeting via Zoom, which was held on the 28th of May 2022. I hope you heard and came up with some suggested amendments. Let's go down. Okay. Only the parts that I highlighted yellow, don't ask me why yellow. That's the way it is. Merci beaucoup. So when you look at first of all, the page of our constitution here, the logo is not really the same as the one that we have there. I don't know whether you realize that. Yes. So what we have there, when you look at that color plus this one, there's some difference. Yes, I can see Kitovu, he has already identified some changes. Can you tell us what's the difference?
Thank you, Mr. President. On that logo, I see in that circle, there is a map of Africa. But here, it's a map of the world or something like that. So there is a change. Merci.
Thank you so much, merci beaucoup, Kitovu. That is correct. When you try to look at that logo, the character that we are using, and then you compare to this one, there is a difference. So we are suggesting that first of all, the logo de l'association should be revised. Secondly, ladies and gentlemen, you remember the vision,
because we need to move at once, we shall not get to come back. Personally, I would think since this is happening before, and the last letter O.
Mesdames et messieurs, thank you for that observation. I want to thank Charles
Akeyele has been implementing these logos. Shall stand up for communication. And thank you so much. Initially, it had the map of Asia shown to us. And that's how we suggested, in terms of continents, we brought in the African map. But if you
this logo, I consider the logo to mean that AP4 representing teachers of French in Uganda, there's other sponsors etc. That was the reason why I was saying the logo.
AP4 logo, we have both the map of Africa of Uganda in French. So I think we have made that for both Uganda and Africa. Now the question is, should we adapt this or go back the old one? Merci. Any other reaction? Okay.
Thank you. Just some year back, just something small on this logo. Somebody, a French teacher, but he wanted to turn this A association to make just put that two A fail. The first fail letter A, then the instead of writing letter A itself. You put the other is not to have the form. Sorry, that's what I'm saying.
Thank you very much. We are looking at this. We, as Ugandans, we are not an island. That's why we are connecting ourselves to the world outside. So this is what the president always connected. You have been to Europe, you will be able to see what's at the home here in Uganda. Thank you.
Thank you very much, neighbors. I want to appreciate the person, Institute Charles, who did the logo that has the globe. To me, I think the globe is okay. We have the globe, we have Uganda in all. However, I would suggest that instead of having, I think it's in North America that is more visible than Africa, Africa would be seen more than North America, because you see, North America is almost in the center of the globe, and Africa, we are still part of it, a smaller part. I'm talking about this one that is on the Constitution. So to me, if Africa is improved so that it is more visible than the other one will be reflected, but Africa comes more visible because that's where Uganda is. I think it's okay.
Thank you so much, Madam Zara. I think what we are meaning is what we already have there, because Africa can be seen there. When you look at that globe on top of A, that is Africa. Yes, that's African map. So it's different from this one. So the question is, should we adapt that one? Thank you so much. And then for Mr. Abdul Dennis, that's A there. Yeah, it's like just people obsessed with the word, and it depends on how you enlarge it on the PC. So maybe that one, I don't know if as the Davis or the other messages. Okay, John, that is A. Thank you. Finally, let me see Charles say something.
I don't want to influence you, but I'm just saying what I was thinking when I was saying A. I meant it exaggerate, associated, bringing people with it. That's why I did it.
like that. Okay, merci beaucoup. Monsieur le Secrétaire, I hope you are noting it down. So, as we are concluding on this, should we adapt that one or we go by the old one? The new one. Merci beaucoup, Monsieur le Secrétaire. So, let's proceed. When we look at the old, the 2014 Constitution, we did have the mission, the vision, the core values, and so on. So we propose that all these ones should be included now in the new constitution. And as a result, I think all of you now, you know our mission, which is to promote the teaching, learning, and using of French language. We have to include it, the vision that is professional, learner-centered service delivery in French. And then the core values also, all those that should be included in there. All the constitutions, these ones are not there. So that was also the suggestion, the amendments that we are proposing to have it in the new constitution. What do you think about that? Including the mission, the vision, and the core values.
Just to help the people, which page are you handling? People want to follow. Okay, we are still on page 1.
Okay, Mr. the Vice President, we are still on page 1, but the proposed amendment we don't have it in the old constitution, so it is being protected there. Thank you so much. Kampala,
I think we should include them because already agreed, we had a meeting where we agreed. So there is no reason for us. We should include them. Just include them.
Thank you so much. Is it the same idea that you have? Thank you, Madam Solomon. Thank you so much. Thank you. Seconded by Madam Solomon. So, Secretary General, please take note of that. Who's okay? Should I use the French language? No, I think you. Okay, maybe we should have something to suggest. Let's give him time.
As you suggested, I want to buy the form for the purpose. I don't know whether this information is going to be indicated when you are located, whether you won't have that form. But here, we see indicate the version of the application as French embassy, Lagarumba Avenue, as the current location, which is not regarded as.
All right, thank you so much. He's still drawing our attention to Article 3 that says the head office of the association is in the premises of the Embassy of France in Uganda. I think when the president was trying to address us, she mentioned that we already lost that office. We are no longer there. So now, the issue is that should we still maintain this one in the constitution or we strike it out? Because we are now amending, we are revising this constitution. We are all aware that we are no longer there. So what should we do? Merci beaucoup. Meanwhile, the technical person should continue. Can you move us up?
There's a hand behind. Can we get this microphone calm down so that there are 2 microphones?
Certainly.
Bonsoir. Je pense que ce n'est pas bon de libérer cette phrase comme ça. Parce que là, ça montre que c'était les bureaux de l'association seront permanemment en permanence à l'ambassade, alors qu'ils auront peuvent bouger de l'instant d'un point à l'autre. Donc il faudrait mettre, ajouter quelque chose, que les bureaux pourraient être transférés dans un autre lieu au moment opportun.
D'accord, merci beaucoup. Oui, docteur.
Merci. À mon avis, on peut préciser que l'association aura environ un siège,
n'est pas, à mon avis, c'est pas la peine de préciser que ça sera à l'ambassade de France. Ok, d'accord. Il suggère qu'on puisse changer cette phrase, peut-être en disant que the Association of Teachers of French in Uganda will have an office, but not in the French embassy. In Uganda. Yes.
Can I get, I'm not a lawyer, je suis pas avocate, but I've held positions of leadership in other associations, working on the constitutions and everything. That clause about the address, most of them say the head office of the association maybe would be in Uganda or specify the district. But if you just say in Uganda, then Simon has the right to say we are going to take it to Gabon. And won't refuse because it is in Uganda. So maybe we can, I don't know, since they were talking about head office, we may need to specify, I don't know, the district or region, or I don't know what.
The doctor spoke about it when I was. Yes. Dr. Swoka, you say the offices shall be located in Uganda. I think it is too careful to mention like that as regards to location of an office. We may say the offices shall be located in Kampala, not exceeding maybe 60 kilometers, because the standard, the standard distance from one city to another is approximately 60 kilometers. So by the time you are going 60 kilometers, it's no longer Kampala, neither is it Kampala metropolitan. Maybe we can attach something similar to that. Maybe not exceeding 30 kilometers from Kampala, or not exceeding 60 kilometers from Kampala. So that we have very specifically at the office that shall be involved. Thank you.
And being a legal document, we have to be careful when we are putting information about the location. Because if we say it to be in Uganda, in case of anything, they will not find us. If here it is Ambassade de France, anyone who wants to find us will go to the Ambassade de France, and from there they will tell them they are now in this place. Until we get our place, our office, we cannot remove Ambassade de France. Otherwise, they will not find where we are. Even people are shifting from shops, they will put there that you come, reach there, and they will tell you the place has been shifted to another place. We don't have an office. Why are we removing Ambassade de France? Until we get our office, let's maintain Ambassade de France as a reference if someone is looking for us. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. One is saying that we shouldn't remove that unless we get our own office in Kampala. Then the second person is suggesting that we should say that the office shall be located in Kampala, maybe not exceeding 60 meters. So there are two suggestions here. Which one do we go with? Okay.
Puisque c'est un amendement qui nécessite l'Assemblée générale, c'est-à-dire qu'un jour, si nous aurons des bureaux à part, il faudra encore convoquer l'Assemblée générale. Est-ce que ça convient ça? Ça ne convient pas. Donc, pour moi, j'aimerais dire, les bureaux sont provisoirement installés dans l'ambassade. Provisoirement. Provisoirement. Et puis vous ajoutez quelque chose. Provisoirement. Voilà.
Thank you. He opened our eyes when he said our reference point should be ambassador. So since we know that I don't know, maybe if in the future, the ambassador could transfer the office maybe to another city. But we can use the ambassador as a reference point because to be located maybe in Kampala, not exceeding 60 kilometers from the ambassador as our reference point. So it means we have already catered for the 19%. But we are setting a distance which is precise, not very far from Kampala. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Tunapewa hands I'm going to add on the session of here. I think much as we're saying that let us have the office, let us have whatever the office is, but still, we shall have amendments sometime to come, unless this is final forever and ever. By the time we make in 4 years, I think we shall also need to make amendments. And so, if so, we shall have take a step. That means if our plans of having maybe say land and maybe constructing the office, by the 4 years we shall maybe have achieved that. So then when you are amending, then you can maybe now have the place. But before we have the place, let us commit ourselves to the embassy. Well, thank you.
Just reminding us, if I quoted correctly from Professor Masaka, she said, when you're lobbying, because as an association, we shall not stop lobbying, we shall not stop networking, we shall not stop applying for more projects and so forth. So she was clear that whenever they write this project with this address, they say the embassy is paying itself. So let's keep that in mind. Yes, as we suggest this address. Thank you.
Merci on the part of Bureau Ambassade. Allow me to conclude this way. We don't have an office at the embassy, neither do we have it elsewhere. We are in the air. So following his view, Laurent's view, I think I'm changing my mind and also following Maureen's work, lobbying. Those who attended to Makerere recently, I put it to Her Excellency the Ambassador of France, the origin of Afro. Let me tell you the origin. Afro was informally, we are soon releasing the documentary, like we said, to give them all that historical information. Was informally formed in 1976 when the Embassy of France, that's always been there in other words, sponsored a group of teachers to go to France for information, like I was saying, those were information. These things were there at the beginning. So a group of teachers, I'm told there were many. So while they were information, they made also a group of teachers of Senegal. And the president of Senegal told us recently that they started in 1969. So when they met the colleagues from Senegal and told them for us to organize an association, then they came with that report, then the embassy. And with the guidance and support of the embassy, that's how APFO was born. It's continued operating under the support of the embassy, everything. And it was suggested in 1993, like I said. Still under the embassy, they continued. I think they lost the office recently, but there were three reasons, like I said. One, that not being used regularly. Two, remember those days of terrorism attacks on embassies.
So for security reasons, there was need to reduce people from out. Then three, and even when COVID came, it wasn't the situation. So for purposes of well-being and still getting support from the embassy, we shall still keep on pushing. You cannot give birth to a child and throw the child away. So we can, for now, leave it there technically, because if we move it, tomorrow if we are sending letters for Francophonie, what shall we put as address? Get what I mean? So temporarily, and until when you have a full address, like somebody suggesting we have to we need to have a home. I suggest what we leave it there for technical reasons. I submit.
It's okay you add it for the purpose of having an office address. Just as instead, so we shall listen the letters for it, so let us have it there. Let's not touch that article. Let's continue the composition. When you look at that, they say the association will comprise of A, honorary members, supporting members, active members, and associate members. Associate members are people or institutions interested in the objectives of the association and meet the criteria to become members. When we look at that Article 5, according to me, I think there is no need of changing it. Everything is clear, unless you have got a different view. Okay, Daniel,
I have a problem with how it is, since we are agreeing. Hello? Since we are agreed to maintain the status quo, then we will speak in a suggestive way. We say the head office of the association shall be located at the great members. Not because it is not there. So we suggest we don't say as if it is there. So we say the office shall be located at the don't say is it. Because when you say is it, they will say where is it. But when we suggest, it's better that way. Thank you.
I also going to come in law, somebody can, if you change the wording and you say shall be, and you wake up one morning and put the office elsewhere, your wording incriminates you, because you have said the office shall be. So it means in future, when you get an office, it should be at the embassy. I prefer we leave this as it is. Thank you.
The vice president is suggesting that we leave it as it is instead of changing from east. Okay. Let's try to look at other changes. Okay, let's move to other suggested amendments. Excusez-moi, monsieur. Est-ce qu'on peut continuer? The secretary is taking note of our discussion and it will be changed. The secretary has taken note of that. So we are going to have if, we are not going to change it to shall. Right? Okay. Okay, can we move forward, please? Let's have those points that are highlighted in yellow. Okay, there, merci beaucoup. All right. The Association of Teachers of French held its General Assembly for its members on this date online by Zoom. So several issues were discussed, including increase of the membership fee for the members and other stakeholders. The members agreed that it was necessary to revise the fee in order to better facilitate the activities of the association. And what you have there is what was suggested. Membership fee for a teacher, 20,000 a year. For the university lecturer, 30,000. For national schools, 50,000. International schools, 100. Corporate member, 100. Lifetime membership fee, 1 million. And then we shall have contribution also from well-wishers, which is voluntary. When we are discussing here, when the second vice president raised the issue of acquiring a piece of land for our office in future, somebody was like, let us increase the membership fee to maybe 50,000 and so on. I think now that brought us to this. This is what we had suggested and we started implementing it, but now it has come here, it is on the table. Let's try to look at it, think about it. If it's okay, then maintain that. If it's not okay, like it was suggested by a member here, we could also select a teacher 50, maybe school 100, and so on and so forth. Over to you.
As members coming, I want to guide when this, just like we say, these changes were suggested during an extraordinary meeting online. Most of you attended and that's what is suggested. But that they proved it, and that was getting to 2023, so that's 3 years ago. So
3 years ago, and the 20,000 as membership fee that we are blaming our treasurer that she's eating our money in courts. No one is here, but sometimes on the WhatsApp group we see people bombarding us seriously. We know the people. Okay, so should we maintain the 20,000? Increase this and so on. This is the time. This is AGM. Let's talk about it.
On page 1 still, I think on those fees, I don't know if we are looking at the constitution as something permanent, although it is it can be changed as we are doing, it's right to change. But we are looking at the constitution as something permanent somehow. Now, when you look at this page 1, number 6 admission, I think although I'm not a lawyer, the phrasing is okay. Because they are saying they become members after obtaining the approval of the committee and after paying the minimum amount required as a subscription fee. So for me, I don't see, is it necessary now to continue meeting and we say, in the constitution to say that we shall be paying 20,000, the school pays it. I think the constitution is necessary to indicate those details. All this space is very, is a very relevant. I don't know.
Article 7, members and contributions. Somewhere it says the amount of the fee will be determined by the general meeting of the association. It will be determined. That is on page 2, Article 7. So, and that is why we are here. And we are here to determine the amount of the fee to be paid by the members. Janvier has something to say, maybe doctor, and then you bring to Janvier.
Thank you. Since these rates were discussed online and we are here to look at them and approve them, and considering
times some of the members might have issues raising the amount, I suggest that we approve those rates as we discussed them and as they have been presented. And for the other projects, the big projects, as we suggested, we can have a drive specifically for that project. If it is up for home, we have a specific drive for that project, which is outside the consideration. That's the suggestion.
Seconded, also on top of that, the treasurer was presenting, and you all follow on the group. As of 2025, and 90 members paid. But in the group, we have more than 400, of course, so what makes you think that if you increase, that the other half will pay? So I would suggest that it is little. I don't know whether people don't pay because they don't have the money or because they don't see it necessarily. I don't know it. So
personally, I think increasing the money is not the problem. Just like I earlier said and suggested, that 4 years are very long to keep updates. That's why I suggested an update. There is a way to motivate and keep stars and because 20,000 to be sincere is very little money. It's very little. When you consider, for example, what we have, the activities that have been done, you see that really these people have cheated them. I think when we keep updating the members about what has transpired throughout the year, there is a way they will get, so we are raising the money, and the money is doing this. Other than waiting for assembly general, and then we have to get all the 4 years, and then that's why we have a lot of things now to discuss, and that's why we're getting it. That's what I think. Thank you.
The question still remains, should we increase or we maintain that? It's simple. Excusez-moi, j'ai des idées souvent à faire. Ça, là, comme chercheur à c'est ce qu'on appelle le statut juridique de l'association, de la personnalité juridique de l'association. Maintenant, il y a ce qu'on appelle le règlement d'ordre intérieur. C'est ce règlement d'ordre intérieur qui va définir la discipline, les disciplines, les sanctions, tout, et qui va définir, sur base de l'article ici, qui prévoit donc les membres, les conditions de membres. Maintenant, le règlement intérieur va préciser donc à payer pour devenir membre de l'association. Et le règlement d'ordre intérieur qui lie le membre et l'employé. Et le règlement d'ordre intérieur qui lie le membre